10, 5s and 3, so you get to fold another one.
Yeah, see if Arthur's got anything to play here. No, unfortunately not. Even double suited. And not seen much from Omar either, so they've both been kind of quiet so far. But full of smiles and good energy, that's what we like to see. Come on, there's getting a bit too many of these fold rounds now. It's the game is losing a bit of momentum from what was a promising start. We had the multi-way all-in. Mehmet's back with a fresh stack.
Next time you should tell him your cards, actually. Thank you, Ivan. You can do decisions. It's straight in my ballpark.
So top set for Starling, defending blind versus blind here. Does have the jack as well. You can check this sometimes, and he's just going to pot
Teddy,
it.
of course, with the blockers for the not straight, but he stays in with the small bet.
No, what did I do? I was bluffing, but I have to call it over.
Okay.
2000 is okay, yeah.
Oh, they got it all in there now. All right.
What the hell is going on here? Lots of chips are flying in.
Not too many outs for Teddy,
Teddy's
though.
got essentially nothing. Has he misread his hand or something?
I said something like that, right?
Yeah, it felt like it, right?
Yeah.
I think he thinks he had a straight or something, right?
Oh, you should not make it. It's more fun.
Showdown I like with all in. And it takes less time as well.
And as you can see, one ace is folded as well, so currently just one out for Teddy.
Yeah, backdoor clubs maybe.
Yeah, that's one of them.
We're really reaching here.
That's how we reach 12%. That's the backdoor, but yeah.
Christmas come early for Starling. You can't really get it in much better than this, to be honest.
No.
Even blocking himself.
You get a golden flop also.
And they're nice enough to give us a showdown as well. They don't have to when we're doing cash games, of course, but here we have all the cards. Oh, there's the back door coming.
Okay.
Maybe.
Now an 8 as well. No.
Not enough for Teddy. So first one to Starling. Oh, they just want to run it once? No?
No, here we
coming
go.
Another one, yeah. The dealer got a bit.
Give me another sweat. That's an 8.
7 and... No. No help. So if you're not too familiar with the Omaha format, that's not enough for a straight for Teddy. The 2 aces doesn't give him the straight. He would have needed some other card to get along with the ace. So the queen's top set from the flop holds all the way. And nice double up for Starling then. A lot of talk on the table. It's a bit less quiet than we normally have on our tournament streams.
Exactly. Earlier I said I felt like this was going to be a bit more of a high morale table. They were a bit more chatty and maybe they're a bit more familiar with themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes in that first stream there can be guys that never played with each other and they're just kind of taking some time to get a feel for it. Okay, so Arthur is going to peel in the small blind here with ace 10 9 4 3 double suited pure, and Omar comes along with these kind of mediocre kings in the big blind, double suited, but you know, a little bit of a gappy connectivity and a weak suit in there. So just happy to call. No need to 3-bet, of course.
Yep. So Arthur in good shape towards the 2 kings' hands.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna have. Ooh.
And flopping.
Wow.
Pretty decent as well.
Floppa doodle do. That's a full house for Mr. Arthur here.
The 10s are hot, and he's stabbing right out, right?
Yeah, so he unblocks spades. So what he's thinking is just going for a small bet, trying to keep his opponents interested, making sure that he gains the value from these overpair type hands that may check back 3 ways as well. So quite a nice play. Also, yeah,
1K in the middle.
Yeah, he's got his opponent absolutely cooked here. He could go for like 350, something like that. Yep, seems like a good sizing. Again, just looking to target these overpairs, target these flush draws, target some even 10x as well that could potentially still be in there. Very tricky top spot to play as Tom. You don't see these kind of lines that often in live poker. These kind of leads multi-way. People usually just play range checks, so it's quite difficult to work out what your opponent has. And he's got no spades in his hand, so he thinks, you know, that he could be on some kind of adventurous draw. Let's have a look at one more, and that is the worst card in the deck.
Bad news for Tom.
Tom, exactly. Arthur now creating this 1.3 into 1.8K scenario. And in terms of getting paid, this is Vegas and the Mirage, this river, isn't it? I mean, you just can't ask for much more than that.
Of course.
It's even better than the 4, of course. He knows his opponent is going to have a boat so often here. But also, what are we bluffing with, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely. But he's been
tough.
betting right out. I mean, it's not normally maybe you don't just bet 10 like Arthur did on the flop like that. I mean, in fact, you were 3-handed, but still, like, so he was. Maybe they didn't believe him to have a 10 already on the flop, and then now another one comes on the.
It's
so.
And this is why
So Tom, when you're watching back this stream, we don't think you did anything wrong in this hand, so it's played itself, unfortunately.
Yeah, going to see a lot of folds behind often.
Yep.
Unless Mehmet has any other ideas.
Yeah,
He likes to get in the mix.
Tom has quite a high VPIP so far as well, but this time goes in the muck. Even though he had 10s, but
showing some
good
restraint.
fold, of course. Correct fold, and Jesper calling with the queens, 10-8-6. Diamonds blocked by wood, as you can see. And a queen.
Wow.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, that is about as good as it gets in terms of flopping a set with queens
And
as
of
well.
course,
It's
the
queen,
trap check is there.
queen 7, deuce, rainbow. Wow.
And of course not a dangerous board for wood either. Normally he would be ahead, but this time he's crushed by the queens. And he's committing almost himself with a 1.5 bet, 2.2 behind.
Oh,
Here we go. Ouch.
Just put it in. He's got the...
Oh, you got it again, man.
Yeah, how do you do it?
Yeah, how do you do it?
And he's thinking,
And
wow,
you're gonna
all of a
see
sudden.
a couple of aces in the top right corner. That is the outs for wood. Would he find it?
Oh, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Oh, how does he find it?
Wow.
Backdoors the nut straight out of absolutely nowhere, and
Any
the
outs
turn.
here, though?
That's
Just
going to
the
lock it
ace.
up, I think.
Yeah.
No aces available. So Jesper takes it in his stride, but that's a pretty horrible beat in terms of 5-card Omaha. You get it in with set versus overpair. Nothing else to boot. No straight draw, no backdoor flush draw, nothing. Just got to fade the ace, and then it goes runner straight. Ouch.
Yeah. Wood and Omar going to the flop. And
Going to battle.
7-7-3. No sevens in their holdings. Omar has a 3, but Wood with the kings, of course, in the lead, and both of them hit the jack. So
Yeah, Omar's got the
flush?
the blockers now. So he's got the jack and the 3, so he might
Wood with the flush,
pot
though.
the turn and
King
pot
high.
the river if he gets a call. It's really tough already for Wood, who checks back the flop, improves, but certainly has to be a little bit wary of the fact that it could be another big bet coming in on the river here quite often.
That's
Omar also having the ace. I think he must know that he is going to be losing to flushes now. He did just get there against some really stubborn, like pocket kings, pocket queens type holdings, but I think he realizes that his hand is, need to bluff.
900 now into. So, yeah, 14 seconds. Tricky spot though for Wood. I mean, he has the second nut flush, but it's a paired board, and of course it's 5 cards, so it's more often that your opponent, than you compare to 4 cards, that your opponent actually will have both.
Exactly, and he's now not only representing boats for this size, he's representing...
Let's find the call though. So
yeah, I'm surprised why he... I'm surprised why he didn't go pot. I think he was bluffing there. It'd be a really thin value, right?
yeah, it must be in a lot of bluff. So I agree. I thought he will size it up. Go full
exactly.
pot
Go for the pot. You're saying you've got interaction with the boats, and you block the hands that you're trying to represent. So sort of pot size bet.
Will be a family pot. Everyone will be involved, and we will of course then have 1400 to start the pot in the middle. And this is the first board. 6, 8, 7. Let's see if
It's
the
an
other
interesting
one.
board, a straight possible. So 10-9 we're looking for over there, and over here we have another kind of juicy looking board. Flush draw. Oh, we're going for 3 boards? No, okay. We're going a bit silly there. So
Yeah. So looking like a 4, 5, 6 with a diamond draw would be nice.
Yeah, anything like that. That's not the hand we want to see as Tom. Jesper's got a straight at with the 10-9.
Yeah.
And he's also got a gut shot with backdoor spades and a king at the top. So actually a pretty strong hand. Gonna go for half pot. I like this kind of the sizings. I don't think a lot of people panic.
Oh, set for woods.
Yeah, with a flush draw, and then he's
yeah.
also got the nut straight at the bottom. So his hand is actually
This is
even better,
yeah.
I would say. Yeah, he's looking really strong here, and the money will be going in
this
between
one
him
then.
and Jesper. And then
Omar, what are you guys doing? I got set.
Yeah, he's got set. Well,
Hey.
he's working
Mehmet.
out what's going on here.
Oops.
He's
Now,
just gonna
here
pile
we
it
go.
in.
Here we go.
This is gonna be a. I mean, does Jesper get away now with just the bare set? Straight on the second board.
Yeah,
And
this
now
is tough, right? He's flopped the nuts, but so many times
Yeah.
he's just splitting that, or not
so many times,
but
someone else has got 10-9, and then
Yeah.
he's got little equity on the other board, right?
I mean,
I think he might fold.
he does have the gut shot in the top pair though on the other one, but no really backdoors. And
Yeah,
he
good play. Nice. I think I
another
agree.
disciplined.
I agree. I think even though we concede the cards, we're just getting free rolled way too often, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so look at these two hands. Huge hands. So Wood has got the set with the flush draw at the bottom and the straight already. And he needs to fade a board pair. Oh, that was the 6 deuce for Jesper.
Yeah.
And at the
that's
bottom is
flush,
quads.
and
And at the top, it's the
quads.
queen high flush, so it's a scoop.
Wow.
Scoop diddly loop.
Nice one, and probably the biggest pot we've had so far, right?
Yeah.
15.7k.
Omar turned the straight at the bottom board and was counterfeit with the 5. And Omar just getting completely stacked there, I think, doubling up.
And look, aces again. These kings versus aces hand that just keep showing up. Early position for both as well. So now it's Tom racing it up instead, then making it 7, I think. Oh, sorry, not 7. That's not possible. 250 is the race.
Yes, making it 250
Yeah.
to go. Mehmet loves to get in the mix. He's definitely likes to see 3 cards type of guy, you know. Like, let's see a flop dealer coming along for the ride again.
Omar,
Omar with the
nice and 4s.
and a splashy kind of cold call here, but definitely on brand from what we've seen, and does flop a straight, a flush, sorry, with a straight flush blocker. So 9 high flush to go. Complete swing and a miss from Tom, but it's like he's going to get a bit married to the pod and try and just hopefully chuck out a bet with no flop interaction at all. Omar's not going to go anywhere with this flush, and Mehmet, yeah, it's not ideal, just with the wrap there. Great card for Omar. He's going to be less and less worried about being beat now. And Tom here with the blockerless flop bet, no club in hand, just no blockers whatsoever, is stepping massively off-piste here. Maybe we've got the... Maybe he thinks that he's got the ace of clubs or something and is maybe misreading his hand, but I'm not entirely sure. It seems pretty out of line so far to bet the flop 3 ways, to double barrel the turn with no club in hand. What's the plan now? So we've left 3.3. We didn't size up for a jam either. Often if we did have the nut flush, we'd be wanting to make sure that we got Omar's entire stack if he somehow had the king high or the 9 high indeed, worse flush.
Oh, actually going to go with the third.
This is insane.
2.5.
Just a complete airball. It's kind of impressive to find a bluff in this fashion, but surely we just want a little bit more. We want a club ourselves for the most part, especially going 3 streets when Omar is called with 2 players behind.
Does find the call. Nice one for Omar. He was about to muck his hand, but now it's the correct call.
It is. Yeah, I think based on that timing, he was thinking, I'm probably going to get shown the goods here.
Yeah.
And Tom just really taking a bit of a step off piece there. Unlike him, he's been quite a bit more measured, I would say, in a lot of the pots that we've seen.
Yeah. Well, Tom now flops a middle set. What's in it for the other guys on the 5-4 king board? We have
Arthur has got a huge hand
open-ended for Arthur and a king, ace king.
Yeah, he's got a wrap and top pair.
Yeah.
And oh, look at this from Tom. He's got a cheeky middle set here, so he's got 40%. And no one else really with an awful lot. Jesper's got an open-ender, but I think facing all of this action, the fact that it's not the nut open-ender. Oh, he does call. Okay. Thought he might just let that one go. But he does have position. I guess if he was out of position, maybe it would be different, but kind of almost a float.
Blank on the turn. 9 of spades.
Yeah, not an ideal card for Arthur, but he still has the... has the initiative. Will feel like he can force a lot of folds from hands like maybe even pocket fours when he pots the turn 3 ways now and you're sat there with the low set. How do you really feel about your hand, especially if you've got no additional equity? So I think 5s is kind of like whatever, let's go. We can maybe beat 4s, but I think 4s actually would be a hand that might consider folding. So there we go. Arthur has 38% all in on the turn here.
Most likely running it twice. And the first one goes to Tom. Second one,
that's 2 pretty unfortunate river cards there. The queen not improving Arthur's hand at all. And Tom holds up that middle set on the flop. Had to fade the world. And he deuce 3, 6, 7, 8, I believe.
Yeah. So, yeah. Some bad luck for Arthur, but Tom was ahead and he keeps the pot.
Yep.
The entire one, and
it's going to be a reload for Arthur, unfortunately, after getting off to a decent start. He was up about 3k in the first couple of orbits, and then since then, just not really getting much distribution and also running into it a little bit.
Yeah. So, healer change and some additional chips maybe being brought to Arthur as well then. I think he has about 1k in front of him, so we'll see. Yeah, looks like he's adding.
So last time we were playing just a random bomb pot for the sake of it, and now we're playing the double board.
Yeah.
Hadn't seen the single board bomb pot there. It was kind of impromptu and
and here we have it. Chips for Arthur as well. And will it be another espresso martini for Omar? That's the question.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I think he's going to treat himself. Well, he's still struggling with the last one by the looks of it.
Yeah? Or maybe has he gone to a full martini now? All the bond talk is
I got him juiced
shaken,
up.
not stirred thing.
Stirred, not shaken.
Yeah, that's maybe.
Would have his own slant on it. So
now then,
double ball bump pot. 1.4k in the middle. And Arthur has bottom 2 at the top board and not a lot on the other one.
Omar with the flop straight on the top one.
Oh, yeah.
10 deuce on the other, so
pretty
good.
strong.
Yeah, looking good for him. As Starling comes along
Starling
with
with
the same
similar
straight
kind of deal. He's got the gut shot as well, so he needs a 4 on board 2. And Arthur is going to be out of the way.
And Omar, of course, feeling good with 2 jacks, blocking, but still Starling has the same hand on that one, but Omar's well ahead on the other one until the 3 falls and makes it 10-3 for Starling then.
Yes, so 10-3 is good for now. What else is there?
Just went from 75% to Omar to 25 for the entire pot.
And will Omar shove the river for value on bricks? I guess so. There's a king. That doesn't change anything. So both boards, Jack 10 remains the nuts at the bottom one.
Yeah.
And Omar's going to shove here and get snapped. And
So you'll see the bad news with
Yeah.
that 3.
Sterling's going to get 75% of the pot here. Yep, 10-3 beats 10 deuce last time we checked.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 75% for Ondari. Arthur treating himself to a wide-ish button peel and getting instantly punished by Omar, who it definitely has felt like is kind of clucking for the action here. Definitely in the last hour or so, lost a big pot to Jesper where they got it in the bomb pot and he got quartered. And since then, he's just been right in the thick of it. Mehmet finds aces out of nowhere. It's gone raise, call, 3-bet, and he looks down at a okay-ish aces combo. Got a suit there, some high cards. Certainly would be happy to get it heads up. And wow, look at this. Tom's got an incredible hand here. Ace, Jack, 10, 9, 8 double. Does he have the minerals to gamble with it? He is. Wow, look at this. A huge pot could be emerging out of absolutely nowhere here. Well, Jesper, Arthur surely have to fold, but I feel like Omar's going to give these guys a spin with his double-suited Queen, Jack, 10, 9, 3. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so 3 ways, all in. And would you look at that, Tom, with the super lovely, pure, connected, straight draw-y type hand, has the equity advantage here with both spades and hearts playing for him.
A lot of interference in that.
So Omar's got clubs. Mehmet has aces, so he's like looking for these kind of low paired boards that isn't 3-3x. King 5 deuce, 2 diamonds. What's going on? No one with the flush draw. Omar has the flush draw. He's got a turn pair and he's a queen jack. Oh, queen, king, queen. Sorry for Mehmet. Did not see that. I thought Omar had riveted him with the queen 3. This is quite hard work. I might just follow the equities for this one. Oh, that's a pretty good board for Mehmet. Oh, wrap now with a flush draw for Tom. And there is the jack high flush. So Tom's definitely going to win half. And they've got some side pot stuff to figure out as well. Mehmet's won the other board with king queen. And I think Omar's just been completely taken for a ride by these two, essentially. Kind of ferociousness, I think, is a fair way to put it. Just kind of one of those guys that's always at you. Very difficult. So I'd like to see Tom pot this one. Yeah, nicely done. Jesper again doing making a big deal of defending that button. He is deep with all 3 players, so his 2 opponents having position gives him a lot of options. And he's the only one with the spades here on the queen 3 deuce. Another aggressive stab multi-way here. Mehmet surely can't be going anywhere with the queen and the backdoor flush draw. He does call. And Tom out the way. So heads up to the turn here. Jesper, you feel, is the favorite to win the hand, despite the equities being very similar. Just going to be able to navigate this one. Wow. super, super aggressive here. Looking to really put the pressure on the queen threes, the queen deuces, the random queens, some better flush draws as well. It's going to be quite difficult for his opponent to respond with the non-nutted flush draw. Ooh, here's a hand for Arthur. Ace queen 997. Definitely going to at least call. If he could see how wide Jesper's been opening in the last couple of orbits, he may have even considered a 3-bet bluff here. Tom closing the action with the ace 10-10-9-5. Kind of a weak holding there with the tri-suit and disconnectivity all over the place. Wow, what a flop here for Arthur, and this might be able to get some action here. Jesper's got himself a 10-high flush draw.
Like half an hour delay or something.
And we're going to see a turn card, which is the deuce. So now all of a sudden, Jesper turning a wrap, the 6-5-3 there.
We can always go back.
And now Arthur wants to be setting up for a river jam, so back to pot ratio of just under 3, so sort of 80% pot. Seems quite natural here. 1.6k, that would mean that there's 5.2 in there.
1,000.
Would lead him sort of 4,000 behind.
Right now I'm looking at the bluff. Where you get bluff.
Goes for 1.3 and gets the call from Jesper, and this is going to be nasty if the river is something like a 6 here, because you just... No, it's not. So Arthur does hold up. Kind of railing my friend there and hoping the best for him, but something was telling me that he was going to get unlucky here, and Jesper's now turning his hand into a bluff here, and this is brutal. Didn't expect this on the high straight draw run out, because Arthur also has diamonds. Jesper putting him to the test. He is probably well aware of the fact that Arthur is maybe taking a shot in the game, and therefore he's being a little bit more liberal with his bluffing frequency here. Check calls flop, check calls the turn, slight size up. Yeah, we had a pretty poor combination to consider calling with, no straight blocker available. Arthur is going to be confident in the fact that he's not just betting 2 pairs and sets on the turn. And, God, what a really tough spot there from Jesper.
And I also see our friend Scott Kenyon was still in the PLO4 5 card tournament.
Nice.
15 left in that one. So
He's a real grinder of those small events, isn't he?
yeah, he is for sure. Yeah, and him and his team has really been grinding this one. They were in the lead, I think, after the first few days in the
Yeah.
team competition. But
Fallen
now
off a little bit, I think. I've been watching Alexander's stories. He's been getting a bit unlucky.
yeah,
Not seen massive loads from Scott either.
yeah. We've seen the tears of Alexander, despite winning an event though, so he shouldn't be too
Yeah.
disappointed yet, but in a long time to go. So let me check this one for you.
Right. Well, this is all looking up for Arthur all of a sudden. He's down 2 binds, and it's been pretty unlucky so far. On the wrong end of big pots versus Jesper twice. And now he's got top set versus top 2. I guess the only annoying thing is that Tom doesn't have anything to go with his queen 5, and he may even just get away. He's probably going to have a slightly skewed image of Arthur, considering that Arthur's not really been picked up an awful lot of cards. So he probably thinks that this check raise is going to be overly nutted, and in this occasion he would be right. He does have top set. Good examples of bluffs here would be any kind of queen or 5 with a strong heart, so the future blocker to the nut flush, and also the removal of the strong flush draw in our opponent's range. Looks like he wants to get away from it.
Yeah, looks like that one, right? Would be correct. We talked about him watching back the other stream the other day, so probably, Tom, if you're watching back this, and if maybe tomorrow or tonight, let's see, your decision.
I think he's realized that when he's bet here multi-way and faced resistance, he really wants to have something with his queen 5 now to consider doing much.
No backdoors at all possible for him. I mean, it's okay, there could be straight, but not really likely. So yeah.
Yeah, I've got full faith that his opponent is capable of bluffs here, but it's a very annoying spot. Does have that backdoor flush draw as well. He's bet multi-way. We haven't seen many check raises, and lo and behold, the first one that we've seen in this kind of fashion is the value hand.
And we must consider Arthur to have one of the tighter images on the table as well.
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
he hasn't got the card for it either, but just watching or just thinking of it, if Tom thinks about how Arthur has acted on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's gonna
today.
Nitmeister.
Good fold, Tom.
I had a lot of interaction with
Good
that.
fold. You can pat your back instead.
Without
Yeah, well played.
Yep.